Hello and welcome back. Today I have something cool. It is the Fluke and 8200, and it has nixies. It's from the late 60s, early 70s, so it's probably around my age, and it does look a lot better. Look at this. When it still kind of works. Look at this. It has nixies. And luckily I could buy it before somebody tried to change it into these Nixie clocks. And yeah, I'm just gonna test it, clean it, open it, and yeah, let's see. And look at these specifications. It is just like you watching specifications of a modern frequency counter. It is 4.5 digits. It has a resolution of a microvolt, and it even has auto ranging, so I'm really amazed. This is almost 50 years ago. Here is a list of all the options you could buy in that time, and for the meter itself you almost pay $1,000. So yeah, that's probably why the specifications are like that. As you can see, this is the front. It still looks kind of good, but you can see, yeah, of course, lots of dust in all the buttons, and of course because it has been a few years on the desk, but all in all I think it still looks very good. And it's quite big, to be honest. A little comparison with the normal 8000. Well, this is 68,000 I think, but just to see, it is a lot bigger. If we look from the front, well, that's clearly that it's a lot. And if we look at the length, look at this. It is huge. Okay, I was just looking around, and as you can see, the front is still nice, and it still has a stand. It has all its feet still, and here in the plate you can see there are options installed. It has the AC converter, the millivolt preamplifier, and the ohms converter. So it seems we hit the jackpot. So I have it connected now for a while, because usually it needs to stabilize a little bit to get proper readings. And if you have seen my review of the 8125, that was also the Nixie tube, but it was the military version, and it was the military version of the 8120, if I'm correct. And that one was spot on, so I'm a really bit excited to see what this one does. It also has an auto ranging function. That should be working, but I don't know, because it is now not connected. It is switching all the time between volts and millivolts, so I just put it on 10 volts, and we check later if that option works. But let's see. I have my voltage reference, so let's see what it does. The lower inputs are really like 10 mega ohms on these machines, so that's why you see the values going up and down. And if I short it, you can see it's well, it is more stable. So let's put our reference, 2.5 volts, and what does it say? 2.475. So a little bit off, not too bad after 50 years, I would say. But we can adjust that. Look, the 5 volts is even more precise, and it, oh yeah, it should be exactly 550001. But not bad. 7.5. Yeah, it is 7.5. 10 volts. Yeah, look at this. That's amazing. And again, what you also saw with the military one, the 8125, this first digit, the 1 from the 10, is not a full Nixie tube. It's just a little, I would say, a neon tube with only only a 1. It can only do a 1. So they saved money on putting a full Nixie, and they just put this little. And I'm thinking that the cross is also just a simple Nixie tube with only a minus is the middle one, and then the cross. No, just to save money on the tubes. But it's nicely readable. So this is nice. Let's see what it does on the 100 volts setting. We go back to 2.5. We go to 100. Okay, in the 100 it is off. 5 volts. It's exactly half. It seems 7.5. Yeah. 10. Okay, so the 100 volts is off. So, but we haven't opened anything yet. So maybe we need to clean something, or so. Let's continue with that. But look at this. Look at this. Now it's switched on for more than 10 minutes. This is amazing. Look at this. After 50 years. Yeah, and I'm lucky because it's quite complete now. Aside from the options that we saw, I do not know exactly what each one is, but it still has its arm, as you can see, to travel. It has all of its feet. That is, well, I know with the HPs that's always very rare. I'm not sure with the Flukens if that is just as rare, but of course I like the more complete it is, the better it is. I would have liked to zoom in a lot better when I open it, and I will try to do so, but it's quite big, so I need some distance with the camera. But let's just open, and I will give you a peek inside. Yeah, I should have kept the camera rolling, because when I opened it, my God, you could have seen my reaction. Look at this. This is a quality product, and everything is very nicely here. You have just your whole calibration you have here. Millivolt 0. Here is a test point. You need to measure 7 volts, and you have here the adjustment for that. You have another test point here. Yeah, short test points, so you need to short circuit that, and then you adjust. It's almost, everything is almost there, and yeah, it just looks amazing. And it, oh yeah, here it says what modules are installed. So below here is the power supply, the ohms option, we have that, the millivolt option, we have that, that's here. Oh yeah, but clearly we have that because all the adjustments are here. That is nice. The VDC buffer, probably the AC option. What it has here. Yeah, and this one also I didn't mention, but it is a true RMS meter already in that time. And there is a logic option. Well, could be AD analog, seems, because all the pots are here. Remote control, we don't. Option 9 or 16. Printer option. No, that's all empty. Let's remove the cover. There is one screw here. It says clearly, but I'm not watching, of course. Okay. Wow. Look at this. It really seems we have all the options. It looks super nice. This is quality. I'm really amazed. Look at this. And you can just extract the boards one by one. Okay, and even from the bottom it looks all very nice, and you can only already see because the modules are here in this little rail, and so now they are already loose, so I think we can just take them out. And I just like to see all the modules one by one, so let's do that. It seems that most of them you can just take out, and they are really separate modules. And what I mean by that is here you have the terminals that go to the, I will zoom in. Yes. Yeah, as you can see, each board has its own connection to the terminal. So if you just add the module, you just add them to the terminals. So it is really all separated, except for probably the output of this module that displays it on the front. So this is really nicely modular. It is really smart. So what I would like to do is take out the modules one by one. Yes, this one doesn't have any connections to the terminals. It is the 7th, that is the AD converter, and yeah, probably just talks to the front. That seemed to work, by the way, because the display did give proper readings, and they are also numbered here. It just says R1, R2, R3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so you know where to put them back. Yes, I might want to use my anti-static. So okay, let's try if we can get that board out. Yeah, it just slides out. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's very clear. As you can see, it says A7 here in the corner. It looks nice. Not too much corrosion. Yeah, although this cap, I don't know what type it is, but it looks old in paper. Somebody did some work already on it, so some of them are replaced already, but well, it seemed to work fine. So then we have the 6th module, that is the logic option, whatever that means. And here I'm not too sure if well, some weird modifications were made here. And it seems also to be burned. So maybe they put some cap, maybe to get rid of some distortion, but it looks black on the top. I'm not too sure about that thing. And also the feet doesn't necessarily look very nice, but I'm happy it's on feet, so in sockets, so we can just replace easily when needed. Also has been already one replacement here. And this one also already had the, okay. Then we have the model, this is the AC option, and that one of course goes to the terminals in the front. Well, this is the ohms converter, and I was looking what is this weird thing here, and it just had this 2 pins up, and it's just floating, and it seems that it's in a piece of rubber. But then I look a lot closer, and it just said spare fuse. it just comes with the spare fuse, and this one turns out to be the fuse. So when this fuse is broken, you can just replace it with this one. That's very nice, because by now it's probably very rare. Or you just put another type of fuse, but at least you already have your spare parts here. Okay, all the modules out, and they actually did something smart, and I just noticed now all the cards are out. You cannot put the wrong module in the wrong place. Well, with a lot of force maybe, but a normal engineer would not manage that. They put little strips here, all on different positions. So, and of course I have cutouts in each board that is in a different position. Like here, I'm not sure you can see, yeah, here you can see there are two cutouts just there. And that needs to match the connector, otherwise it doesn't fit. So if I would try, it couldn't, you just can't. So that's very smart. I like it. Let's also take out the power supply. We are busy anyway. I took out the front already, and we can give it now a very nice clean. And as you can see here in the back, I don't know how you call it, it's some sort of grid thing, and I do not know exactly what it is for. Maybe it helps reflecting the nixies, but in a clock I've never seen that, so maybe it's just protecting the viewer of the display, not to hit any electrons in your face. So it just is some protection, I think. I don't know exactly, or it's just to stop radiation from going in instead of going out. So I don't know. Yeah, but it is very thin, and yeah, but it also keeps me from cleaning it because it is all glued together. And yeah, but from here you cannot really see. Yeah, there is. Yeah, I don't know how to clean this. Yeah, I really thought if I would take out the inside that I maybe could take out this this little screen, but I think it's not possible because I will absolutely damage it because it's glued in, and I already see I did a little bit damage, but you cannot see it because it's in the back. But yeah, this is as far as I will go. In the end I decided to open it anyway, and indeed I could not remove the yeah, this mesh thing, but I was able to put a little bit cleaner, and then with a very soft cloth I was able to move it a little bit, just a little, just enough to, well, in the end, if you continue doing that everywhere, in the end you kind of wash that window from the inside, and there was some dust or smoke. Well, it's 50 years of environmental dust, so, and I think I was able to make it look a lot better. And well, look at this. So I think now the nixies will shine a bit nicer. I want to clean the switches, but I cannot really reach it, So maybe I'm just going to take out the front completely, and they do need some cleaning. Look at this. So probably the switches themselves also, and because the whole display unit seems to be working, hopefully the switches are also working well after I clean. If the measurements are still off, we probably need to be in one of these units. We can easily access those. So after I clean this, I can just put it apart again. They did some funny modification here. They put two ICs on top of each other and they just connected some pins. No clue why they did that, but yeah. Okay, this is what we have. Look at the result. It is shiny and new. And what if we switch it on? Look at this. The display is again super bright, I think. We did a good decision on doing that behind the mesh, trying to clean that, because now it's a lot more bright. And well, it's really zero right now. The lights also, after it's cleaned, it is a lot brighter. So I like to see that. Let's see if it still works, because that's what we wanted in the end. I do not have a service manual, so yeah, that is a bit difficult. So if one of you do have a service manual, I would be very happy if you could send that to me. I will leave my details later in the comments. Yes. We're gonna try it. So it still works. I haven't done any adjustment. I have not did do any calibration. I like to wait for that when I have the documentations. At least we didn't make it worse. And actually, by cleaning the switches, as you can see, it's now a lot more quiet. Now it's not jumping up and down, so I think that really helped. And if we, and it's immediately there. Now you put 5, poof, go to 7.5, bang, it's there. I go to 10, bang, it's there. That is nice. Hopefully this one works now. Yes, it was cleaning the switches. Look, 2.5. So we actually did make it a lot better already. I only need to adjust that because it is 5. It's a little bit off. 7.5. But this is just adjusting. So always clean the switches with these old meters. Even on the high setting, look at this. Amazing. So guys, I think that was a success. At least I'm happy with the result. We save again another multimeter from someone making it a Nixie clock, and it actually works well. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.